analyze the sinister surgical Bankai of Kisuke Urahara. Before the video begins, only 20% of the people who actually watch my content subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy these videos, then subscribe and stick around for more content just like this. Now let's get back to the topic of the video. Making its debut appearance at the end of chapter 664, Urahara's Bankai, Kanonburaki Benihime Aratame, is a force to be reckoned with. We had brief mentions of his Bankai prior to its reveal during the Thousand Year Blood War arc. The most significant piece of information that we find out is that Urahara was the first individual in the history of the Soul Society to attain Bankai within the short span of 3 days. He was able to do so thanks to the help of an invention that he had created called the Tenshintai, a device that can make it easier for the user to submit their Zanpakuto to their will, so that they can attain Bankai in a considerably shorter period of time. The Tenshintai allows a Shinigami to forcibly materialize the spirit of their Zanpakuto into the human world. This is the reverse of acquiring Shikai, where typically a Shinigami is dragged into their with their Zanpakuto spirit. Without the Tenshintai, the minimum time period of acquiring Bankai is easily no less than 10 years. And this is not including the additional years worth of fighting experience that is also required to achieve this form. Using the Tenshintai to force your Zanpakuto to appear into our world is very dangerous, and Urahara had advised anybody seeking to learn Bankai via the Tenshintai to not use it more than 3 days, which was exactly the amount of time that he needed to attain his Bankai, which we find out in chapter 132. Before its reveal, Urahara's Bankai is mentioned one more time during chapter 254, after Chad asks Urahara to train Renji to help Chad to get stronger, but Renji is hesitant to, as Urahara insists that Chad needs to train with someone who has already attained Bankai, and Renji is suited to this task, but he tells Urahara that he must have attained Bankai also, so why is it that he cannot train him? But Urahara refers to himself as a humble candy store owner who could only dream of attaining Bankai. Renji quickly snaps back by stating that everyone knows that Urahara was once a captain of the Gotei 13, as well as being responsible for creating his own Hokyoku. There is no way that he hasn't attained Bankai already. He tells Renji that he is the only one who can train Chad, because his own Bankai is not suited for training others or helping them. When Urahara activates his Bankai during his battle against Baskin, he states that he has no other choice after the skill and pushes him into a corner, as he realizes the Quincy is serious and is really trying to kill him. Upon activation, you see a kneeling Urahara sat in front of a giant towering woman who has just manifested behind him. The back of her dark-colored hair is tied up in long, exaggerated hoops, with 2 strands of hair running down the side of her face onto the ground and over her arms. She appears to be wearing a red, very revealing cloth that is barely concealing her body. The menacing woman also seems to be modeled after a puppet, as she has mannequin-like arms with clear markings over her joints that resemble those found in articulating action figures. This is just my observation, but the face of Benihime Aratame also resembles Unohana. I just have always thought of her whenever I see Urahara's Bankai. In chapter 665, we learn about the ability of his Bankai, as he reveals that it is the first time that he has used it in front of anyone who is currently on the battlefield. The effects of his Bankai occur within a specific target range, as the first attack we see with it involves Askin's left arm being cut open, like a surgeon dissecting a patient. Urahara reveals that his Bankai's ability is to restructure anything that it touches, by cutting the targeted area open and stitching it back together again. He demonstrates this by restructuring his own eyes in order to restore his vision, as the towering Benihime Aratame places both of her hands over Urahara's face, healing him. We have seen this Bankai being used offensively, as well as being used to strengthen Urahara's limbs. When he is attacking, he cuts open anything in his way, and when he restructures that which he has cut open, it is depicted as being stitched back together. He can use this restructuring to heal himself also. In addition to this, he was able to restructure his own arm in order to make it function in its optimum state, giving it more strength, which he had used to overpower Askin. This cutting and restructuring is all that we have seen of his Bankai. We have explained how it has multiple uses, and it is evident that the application of power is far from limited. Some would even say that it is quite a broken Bankai, especially if it can really restructure anything to Urahara's liking. It would enable him to weaken the body of his opponent, enhance his own body parts, and to heal himself during battle. We also know that Urahara was able to use his Bankai to create a direct path into Askin's Gift Wall Deluxe, the inescapable Poison Fortress. He had created a path that allowed Grimmjow to enter into the Gift Wall from the outside, allowing the Arrancar to deliver the final blow to Askin. Some people have stated that Urahara's Bankai is very different from his Shikai, and how they don't quite make sense together because they don't complement each other well apparently. But when you examine the powers of his Shikai, it is evident that they basically do exactly the same thing. His Bankai, like we have mentioned, allows him to restructure anything that Benihime touches, while his Shikai allows him to manipulate the red energy produced by his blade to create anything that he desires. In his Shikai, he is effectively restructuring the red energy. We see Urahara use it to create a shield, a burst of energy blasts, and in chapter 405, he had condensed the red energy to create a red net that he covers his opponent with, limiting their movement, and thus trapping them. The Shikai is effectively reconstructing the red energy generated by Benihime, while the Bankai reconstructs anything that Benihime touches. It's not just limited to the crimson energy. Urahara's Bankai is similar to a surgery. He can cut open anything or anyone, thus granting him access to the inner workings of people and objects. He can heal, buff, or debuff with his power. The applications of this power are only limited to the imagination of its user, and unfortunately for any opponent facing off against Urahara, the power is perfectly suited to him. The most fascinating use of this power was at the end of his battle with Askin. He had cut open the environment to allow Grimmjow to enter and kill the enemy. He deconstructed the environment by making a portal in Askin's Gift Wall Deluxe. Because of the wide range of application of his power, it ends up being a pretty broken or overpowered Bankai. I had it in my top 5 Bankai list video, which you should definitely check out if you enjoy listening to me talking about the powers and abilities of different Bleach characters. Now, with all of this praise showered upon Kanonbiraki Benihime Aratame, it does not mean that it is free from any weaknesses. Urahara's Bankai has 2 glaring problems which can be taken advantage of if they are known by the enemy. The first is the temporary effects of the restructuring that he has done. Any changes done by his Bankai remain only while the Bankai is active. The moment that it is deactivated, the restructured person or object reverts back to normal. We see this in chapter 666. After the Bankai is stopped, the stitches on his face open and start to bleed as he loses his vision once more. This is a glaring weakness, especially if Urahara is exhausted and appears to have the upper hand. The moment that his Bankai wears off, it could easily turn the tide of battle against his favor. The second, equally bad weakness is the limited range of the Bankai. Kanonbiraki Benihime Aratame only works on targets that are within its specific radius. Askin had figured this out after Urahara had cut him open. He had moved out of the radius of his Bankai as the cuts were no longer present on his body. Because we have only seen his Bankai for a couple of chapters, there is still a lot of future potential for it. I am confident that we have barely scratched the surface as to what he can do with it. Can Urahara restructure the molecules of the air, manipulate the bodily functions of his opponents by changing the composition of their blood or manipulating their brain? Is it possible for him to restructure the memories and make them see illusions, or even distress his enemy in weird ways by messing with their minds? This Bankai is another power that I can see being used during the Hell arc whenever Kubo drops another chapter of it, so we are definitely far from seeing the last of Urahara's Bankai. I think that this Bankai really matches the personality of Urahara and his existing powers perfectly. The giant puppet woman that is manifested is a creepy touch, and the power to restructure anything allows Urahara to heal, strengthen, or weaken anything that he wants to. The surgical theme of the power also complements Urahara well. I will be interested to see how this Bankai evolves over time, if there are other powers and uses of it that we have not seen. But as with all transformations within Bleach, the characters don't like to give away all of their secrets, and prove to do an excellent job of concealing any tricks that they may have up their sleeves. Kubo loves to make sure that the Zanpakuto of each of the Shinigamis follow the sort of theme, and they are designed or based off of Japanese folklore tales or concepts from Shinto Buddhism. So as Urahara's Shikai restructures Reiatsu, his Bankai reconstructs actual matter. Now, what were your thoughts about Urahara's Bankai? Did it live up to your expectations, or did you feel like it was shoehorned into the endgame of Bleach? I would love for you to continue the discussion in the comments. and let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said. Lastly, thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I can't wait to see you in my next Bleach video. If you enjoy my content, then you can support my channel through Patreon for as little as a
Before we begin, there will be spoilers for the 1000-year Blood War arc of Bleach in the video to come. So I figured we'd follow up one video about a Titan with another one. Now, as far as Bankai go in Bleach, I've always felt that Kenpachi Zaraki's was pretty unique. Zaraki has the power of Bankai forcibly thrust upon him by Yachiru in a moment of need. And the uniqueness of this moment, of course, stems from the unusual relationship fostered with his Zanpakuto over the course of the story until this point in a totally natural and organic way. And to that end, I've always quite liked the way Zaraki achieved Bankai. Again, completely different to everyone else, even to those like Ichigo and Urahara, who themselves went against the grain in the way they unlocked the final stage of their Zanpakuto release. Although we regrettably only get to see Zaraki's unnamed Bankai for essentially a single chapter, it's enough for us to get some kind of an idea as to what it's all about. After all, I mean, Zaraki never liked to be too complicated. Instead, it was found to be an explosive spectacle of power, and that's pretty much exactly what we get. And so the Bankai he does have fits him extremely well, right down to the fact that it doesn't, at least yet, have a name of its own, reflecting some of Zaraki's longest-running internal turmoil. In fact, conflict and turmoil seem to be a bit of a running theme with this monstrous final form of his. So in this video, we're going to take a deeper look at Kenpachi Zaraki's demonic, bloodthirsty Bankai, something many of us had kind of always dreamed of, but never actually expected to see. Before we get started on the video, guys, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, make sure to do that now for more Bleach content like this every single week. And if you enjoyed the video, when you're done with it, make sure to give it a thumbs up as well to help support me and the channel. And if you want to take that support for me another step further, I do also have a Patreon as well. And as always, I just want to give a massive shout out and say an enormous thank you to each and every one of you supporting me over there on Patreon. I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you all so very much. And one last piece of housekeeping as well. Over the last couple of weeks, I've released videos over on my second channel, Mr. Tomo Talks Games, giving my thoughts on the summer showcases for both play.
Where am I?
You're in purgatory, mi amigo.
You're shitting me.
The afterlife is no joking matter, my friend.
I'm shitting myself.
I'm afraid that's impossible, as robots don't have fluids, except maybe oil. But fear not, you're here. Maybe access to my personal dog army. You will be given 13 years of freedom in your world, so that you may take care of any personal business. After this, you have to serve as my apprentice for 1 century. Do you accept this offer?
Well, I guess I don't have any other choice.
Good. Please sign this contract over here. Our business is concluded. Have a nice life.
It's showtime. talent. Comedy. Right guy. What did R. Kelly do to his fan?
Give me a good laugh.
You may be asking, what did he do? Well, what? It's the truth.
LOL. Don't go into XD.
Don't ask why I'm here with a tag judging.
Alright, where was I? Ah, yes. Why? You might move somewhere else.
I'm Gummy and I'm going to be re-singing the song When the Party is Over by Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Okay. Well. I'm going to be
A few moments later.
It won't let me move.
That's tough. Try something else.
Okay. Pain. Pain.
Over here.
What's up? Manila? Mina?
Type Soul needs these things. Now, I just wanted to do a general video where I'm talking about some of the stuff that the game needs, but Type Soul just really needs like a new breath of fresh air or just a pretty decent sized update that will actually give players a longer reason to want to play the game. So just to start off this video, I also just want to say, comment something that you think Type Soul needs, because I've been seeing like a lot of community suggestions on some things that they think should be coming to the game, or just features that would just improve the longevity of this game, and I'm also interested to see what you think. But outside of that, I'm officially going to get started with my changes, and I only have 4 things. So the first one that I want to just like see as a general change of the game is going to be a refresh button for the servers. Now, I'm pretty sure almost everybody wants this because one of the main parts of progression inside this game is going to be doing raids. When you're doing raids, you're most likely doing it so that you can progress your Bankai and get it to like stage 3 and eventually get it, or you just want to do raids for your default standing or for resurrection. It's just that the servers are very, very unreliable. So I'm pretty sure I'll be playing with but I was joining a server, and it's like when you join a certain server, it will put you back
No.
in time. And say that another
No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm just watching a YouTube video. I'm a little tired, you know. Just grind here non-stop. This one and then another one, and then I think I'm done with the division quests.
other server is inside of a raid, or that another server is inside grace period, when it's really not. And then you eventually join that server to find out that it's been running for like 15 hours. And not only that, if you have like a timesheet from whenever all the raid starts and you do try to join a server, sometimes it's like the numbers that are listed on the server list when you're trying to join aren't even true. Now, this is just like a general fix. I'm pretty sure every player would like this, and I do think that this will probably come sometime down the line in like the update channel. It's just that I felt like I should add it here because it just that's
okay.
raid number 1.
Now one more, and then I can go check
Now, the
it.
next thing I also feel like is something a lot of players want, and this is just going to be a better reward system for actually winning the raids. Now, like I said, I feel like anybody would want this, and the main reason as to why I'm saying it is because if you look at your inventory after doing the raid, you either have like 8 bow ties, 20 spectacles, or what, headwear, soul beats. It's just that you get like a lot of these common items that have no value at all besides just looking good as an accessory. And getting them, like, and I don't want it to like completely be so that you don't get these common items because it's good to just have them inside the pool. It's just that this is what you're gonna get for like 90% of your raids, and then those rare raids where you get like Aizen's eye patch or Kenpachi's eye patch, like, you're gonna appreciate it. It's just that you're having huge stacks of these common items, and since raiding is like probably the hugest amount of progression that you'll be doing inside this game once you're like heading towards endgame, it just becomes very, very annoying when you're just seeing the same thing over and over. Shinigami Genbi, bow tie, headwear, soul beats. It's like, it's just a bunch of useless items. And then not only that, when you actually do look at a Burton raid and you go to sell these items, they go for like 250k times. And it's just like, what's the getting them? And when I say like better reward system, I don't want it to be where it's like a boosted chance for legendaries. I would rather just have new items in the game that contribute other stuff. Most of the items, they just give like some HP buffs.
Oh,
or
where
they
is
give
your
defense
other-
buffs. There could probably be an item.
I don't
that
know. I
makes
didn't really
that
post it yet.
takes
I probably need to post it in my Discord. Like, I don't. Forgot to do that actually. I don't really get much people watching me anyways anymore. 'Cause I don't. Oh, fuck's sake. What are you playing? I'm playing Type Soul. Of course, a fucking course. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's insane. Alright. What am I now? don't see my name. Yeah, I'm special grade now. Wait. Oh. I need to be league grade. Okay. Let me go back. So what? Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm doing that. God, dude, it's so hot. More experience like on. Okay, train your son's security. Okay. Good. That's all I need. Okay. So I need a rids. So I need a soul side. Yeah, there is. Okay. No. No. I guess this is not raid anymore. Yep. Not a raid. Wake Mundo. Okay, they're all happening now too. In there. TP there real quick. No. 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 Was that? Yo, I have to kill you now. You made me in combat. Bro, what the hell? I feel bored. I do too. It's a little long grind I have to do all this time. Boom, 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 boom. Server's full. Gotta clear a town, nothing. Society, a lot of stuff. Oh, is it actually a game though? Oh, it is, but I think we're losing. Yeah, we're losing. Slow down. Oh yeah, oh yeah. God damn it, dude. Running visit. Okay. Oh yes, perfect. Oh yes, yo, that's perfect, dude. That's actually fucking perfect. We're so in the lead. Oh shit, we shouldn't even do the boss. Who gives a shit? People are popping their bond guys to this? Yo, what? sick. Everyone's popping their Bankais, holy shit. I don't know how I'm gonna play this game, but I'm gonna watch. Can you play Overgame? Yeah, maybe in a bit. I'm just chilling right now. I'm playing this. I have to wait 6 hours for my next one. For my next rank up, 6 hours. Holy shit. That's annoying. Oh, you gonna play Doors? Nah, I've already finished Doors like 5 times already. I'm bored of it. Oh yeah, I got bow tie, amazing. Bruh. Well, what do you want to play? I don't know. I should do whatever. I feel like. Not gonna lie, I might just freaking hop off. It's hot as hell in here. I don't know why I'm even on today, because it's like, ugh. It's 115 degrees outside and our AC's broken. Whew. go for a bit, alright? I am hot as hell, so if you want, you know, see if I'm live, you can subscribe if you want. Or you can join my Discord. I'm gonna go. Holy crap, it's hot as hell. See ya.